Hello everyone and welcome back to the Bantamweight Boxing YouTube channel. Sunday morning here in the UK. I'm sure there's a few sore heads out there, mine included. Starting off the day with a lovely coffee courtesy of Dad. So I thought I had a bit of time, it's a lovely day, why don't I make a YouTube video? Just seen in the Telegraph about Tyson Fury. It seems his fight with Derek Chisora looks pretty much confirmed. I think terms on both sides have kind of been agreed, and it looks like it's going to take place on the 3rd of December in place of obviously the AJ fight, RIP. And it's going to be in the same venue as well, which is the Principality in Cardiff, which is a wicked venue. Great spot for a boxing fight. Right, how am I going to do this video? Well, let's start off with the positives. Let's get the positive out of the way, which will only take me about 20 seconds. Positives about this fight. Well, if you haven't seen Tyson Fury live, it's a good chance to go and see him live. And if you're a big Fury fan and you want to see a filthy knockout, then this is probably the fight to go to. So, yeah, that's probably the positives. Obviously, Tyson Fury usually is in America or whatever. So I'm really showing a little bit of chest today. I'll cover up. Although it may be giving me some few more female subscribers, so we'll see. Yeah, so if you're a fan of Tyson Fury, it would be a good one to go and see if you want to see him in the UK. Right, now, onto the bit I love, the moaning side of all of it. The bit I can do the rant on. I'm fired up. I've had half a coffee, so here we go. I have already called out Tyson Fury in one of my other videos. He didn't respond. Obviously, why would you when you're coming up against someone like that? So he's bottled it, but I'm going to call him out again. Yeah, I am disappointed about this. Obviously, when we were dangled, you know, the treat in front of us of seeing potentially AJ versus Fury, when you then hear that Fury is going to fight Chisora, it is obviously quite a blow. It's probably Fury Chisora is probably the least exciting trilogy I've heard of in the last 20 years or so, or my life. Probably the most unnecessary trilogy as well. I've never seen a third fight when the first two fights between the two opponents were so conclusive, and then to have a third one when Chisora has been in a steady decline. So yeah, it's really quite underwhelming. In terms of it also as well, like the health aspect, there's been a lot of talk about health at the moment in boxing with obviously what happened with Eubank and Ben. You know, you look at Chisora Fury, and Chisora is 39, Fury in the peak of his career, knocking serious guys out left, right and centre, you know, Wilder, White. Do you really want to see him in there with Chisora, who has taken enough beatings and is just going to get very badly hurt in this fight? So there's that kind of dimension, which is obviously a bit kind of sad about it. For Chisora, you know, I can understand why he took the fight. There's not many out there for him at the moment, you know, considering he's been on back-to-back losses, and then the world champion throws you a bone, you're gonna take it. Like, when do you hear of that? Like Tyson Fury fighting, you know, the world heavyweight champion going and fighting someone who has just lost a load of fights back to back. So of course Chisora is going to take it. It's a great opportunity, and it's going to be a real good payday. So it's, you know, it's the most money you can make. There's not that many fights out there for Chisora. But yeah, that's another dynamic about the fact that Chisora's lost so many fights recently. I don't think he's even ranked, you know, top 10 or even top 15 by the WBC. So I don't really get how, you know, Fury's going to play that, but I'm sure he'll get a pass. They seem to quite like Fury, so I think he'll be all right there. But yeah, slightly disappointing. You know, how's the fight going to play out? Well, you know, I think everyone had the same prediction. I think it'll be a knockout, probably 5th round or something like that. I think it's a great move from Tyson Fury, you know, in a kind of boxing smart wise, because Chisora is perfect for him, as he already knows because he's fought him twice. Chisora is a come forward fighter, pressure fighter, relies heavily on his strength. Now, against someone like Tyson Fury, who is double his size, that strength is it's not going to be very effective. Also, with Chisora's come forward style, Fury is going to eat that right up, keep him at a distance with the jab. I think tire him out and then come forward on him and knock him out, fifth round or so. I do love Chisora, but let's be honest, he's got about 2 good rounds in him, three max against a top fighter, and then he's kind of done for steam, and that's pretty much the fight over. So yeah, it's a smart fight for Fury to take. Obviously, his mind is on this Usyk fight. He needs a tick over fight to stay fresh and also get him ready for this Usyk bout, and wait for basically Usyk to be ready as well. And then he'll do the unification. So I completely understand it, but in terms of from a boxing fan perspective, he's not going to be, he's not shown him in a great light from the fans, especially when we had the AJ fight dangled in front of us, and now we're getting Derek Chisora, bit of a jump. So fan-wise, not going to do great there, but in terms of career moves, it's probably the smart move if you want that Usyk fight. Will they try and put this on pay-per-view is another question that I think has sprung to my mind. I reckon they will. And there's no way on God's green earth am I paying for that if they put that on pay-per-view. I think that would be so embarrassing. And I'd love them to release the figures afterwards of how it did. But yeah, I'm not paying for that. I'm not paying 13 quid, even 13 quid, no way. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the fight. Obviously a bit disappointing. Yeah, bit of a rough couple of months for boxing at the moment. Need some highlight stuff, some good news to come through, but we will see. Anyway, thank you very much for listening, and have a good day. Bye-bye.